under the wide, velvet sky of a late September evening. The village was quiet, but the air hummed with a secret. Naya sat at the feet of her grandfather, Amadi, near a small, flickering fire. He spoke of a day that was coming, a day that would change the rhythm of the drums and the color of the wind. He told her that soon, the land would belong to its people in a way it never had before. Amadi pulled a smooth wooden staff from his side, carved with symbols of the great river and the ancient kingdoms. He explained to Naya that for many years, their home had been part of a vast empire from across the sea. But we are many threads from different looms, he whispered, now being woven into one great tapestry called Nigeria. Naya pulled a piece of folded cloth from her pocket. It was bright and crisp, with 2 stripes of deep green sandwiching a center of pure white. There were bicycles, colorful buses, and feet marching in rhythm. Everyone was moving toward the same heartbeat, dressed in their finest clothes to welcome the new era. As they reached the city, the atmosphere was electric. Banners hung from every balcony, and the sound of high-life music spilled out of the radios. Amadi held Naya's hand tightly as they navigated through the cheering crowds. "Remember this feeling, Naya," he said. "This is the sound of hope waking up." Night fell on the 30th of September, 1960. They gathered at the great racecourse with thousands of others. Naya looked up at the giant clock tower, its hands ticking slowly toward the midnight hour. Every second felt like a drumbeat in her chest. She watched the tall pole where the old flag still flew in the breeze. Then came the silence. The lights dimmed, and the old flag began its slow descent. Amadi stood tall, his hat removed, watching with a look of quiet respect for the history that had passed. He whispered a prayer for the ancestors, who had dreamed of this moment, but were not there to see it. Precisely at midnight, the silence broke into a roar that shook the very ground. A new flag began to climb. It caught the wind and unfurled, the green and white shining under the bright floodlights. Naya pointed toward the sky, jumping up and down. "Look, grandfather, it's flying. It's really flying." Amadi let out a joyous laugh, the kind that comes from the soul. He began to clap his hands in time with the distant drums. Around them, people were hugging and dancing, tears of joy streaming down their faces. The weight of the past had been lifted, replaced by the light of a new morning. As the sun began to rise on the first day of October, casting a golden glow over the brand new nation, Amadi put a hand on Naya's shoulder. "The flag is up, little one," he said softly. "But the real work is in our hands now. You are the one who will build the bridges and plant the trees for the Nigeria of tomorrow."